Well, we have new details of the settlement between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp that we broke yesterday. That news on Good Day. This came after a long court battle. Who better to break it all down than TMZ's Harvey Levin, who joins us live in Los Angeles. Good morning, Harvey.
Good morning, Hannah.
Okay, well, let's start with Amber and Johnny. So months after the court ordered Amber Heard to pay her famous ex-husband several $1 million, we're now hearing that final payout will be much less than that. What should we take away from yesterday's announcement?
That Johnny Depp was never interested in money here. Look, I mean, he got a net judgment of $8.3 million. He settled for $1 million, and she's not going to pay a penny of that. It's coming from her insurance policy. So Johnny Depp never won. He knew he wasn't going to get any money out of Amber Heard. I mean, she doesn't really have much. And beyond that, his point was to clear his name. He was benched in Hollywood because of the allegation that he was a wife beater, and he wanted to clear his name. He did just that with a jury of 12, and Johnny's career is back, and he got what he wanted, and we found out that he's going to donate the money to charity. So this was never a money grab for Johnny Depp. This was vindication.
Okay, and I think this was a first for me. The head of a company announcing he'll let the public vote on whether he stays in control. Of course, I'm talking about Elon Musk, who said he'd abide by the results of an unscientific Twitter poll where a majority of the voters there eventually voted yes. They want him to step down as CEO. But is that any closer to actually happening?
Well, look, I mean, Elon Musk is, whatever you think of him, and a lot of people don't like him, but what you can't take away is the fact that he's really brilliant. And, the idea that he invested $44 billion and doesn't have an end game seems curious to me. I think he does have an end game. And I think he had to know when he put this poll up that there was not just a possibility, but I think a likelihood that people were going to say, get out, which they did. And it may well be that he does not want to run this thing day to day, and that he'd probably put somebody in. Again, this is a guess, but that he'd put somebody in who would follow his marching orders, and Elon could correct the guy if he disagreed with him, certainly, because he owns the company. And then he could deal with some other issues on his plate, like Tesla. Right now, the company has hit a 52-week low on Wall Street. So he's got issues that he's got to deal with, and I don't think he necessarily wants to spend his time figuring out who he wants to block from Twitter and who he wants on.
I'm not sure when the guy sleeps, but yeah, you're right. I mean, he still owns the company, so he's going to have some say in these matters. You can see TMZ weeknights at 11:30 p.m. and weekdays at 3 p.m. right here on Fox 4. You can also find a link to the show at our website, fox4news.com. Harvey, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.